Anyway, Anon has the wherewithal that it's a little awkward for him to date someone. The emotional maturity is just out there. But I managed to ignore the melancholy, which again, like Anon, ending one is like a masterpiece of fucking up. You are never doing that again. But I managed to ignore it as Olivia and Nasser. Why are you switching it around? Have a standard order. The two of them smiling, unless it matters. Hey guys, Nasser greeted, sitting down as Olivia followed suit, once more beside each other. Why not say as always beside each other? I feel that hammers the point home better. What's going on? Nothing. Just failing French, Doe admitted. Oh. Nasser simply said as Olivia brought out a notebook to begin drawing. But never mind that. How are you two doing? The human asked, a bright smile on her face. Especially now that you're boyfriend and girlfriend. I guess if they're 12 to 14, then yeah, they'd probably be like, oh man, holy shit, you're dating? You are dumb. Go back to the favela. You never leave. Oh, shit, man. You gotta bring that up. Ooh, that is spicy. My tongue burns from that spice. The two of them suddenly became bashful. I don't know why, but bashful is one of those words where I'm always like, it sounds so violent, but it's like you're being a little blushy shy boy. And it's like, it sounds like you're beating the shit out of someone. He's bashful. He's full of bashing. Olivia managing to hide most of it behind her book. Yeah, that's cool stuff, she simply said. Man, everyone is saying stuff simply today, huh? We all then looked to Nasser. The pterodactyl suddenly put on the spot as he then blurted, I'm the happiest I've ever been. Holy shit, Nasser. Wow. Not bad, kid. Why is that uppercase? Why is that uppercase, kid? Olivia peers at him with wide silver eyes, her blush somehow growing even fiercer as Warden gasped out. He speaks French. To that, the three of us burst into laughter, Olivia and Nasser confused as they lacked the context. I feel like at this point, Anon should not be thinking in this explicit of terms. He's like 30 years old. His thoughts should be like, they're obviously confused. You know the reason. I know the reason. I don't need to elaborate this to myself. I exist in this moment. This is obvious to me because I'm literally there. The week passed. I was relaxing on the couch. God damn it. I had a song stuck in my head, and I transposed the start made controllable in my neighborhood, but I forgot what the song was that I was transposed it onto. Sitting all cool, she posted on my phone before noticing Joan stopped by. Is she your mom or not? Claws on her waist as she looked around. I peer at her for a moment before speaking up. Hey Mom, everything good? She looked at me with a smile on her snout. Everything's fine, dear. She then sat down on the couch. Those are my legs! Ah! I just noticed that Olivia's still in the room. Oh yeah, I nodded, remembering that the baryonyx was busily drawing something at home. Something she was keeping a close lid. Maybe it's just fucking homework, dude. All I knew for sure was that she was using oil pastels to make it. If the small stains on the sink indicated, since when are you such a fucking detective, buddy? Give him a slap on the back. Oh, you little detective. I'm gonna pinch his cheek. How are you doing, Anna? Better than ever, I answer. Long as everyone else is happy, I'm happy. Mom paused before smiling. It seemed tinged with melancholy as she stared forward, looking down at the carpet. I immediately You already took notice! My snout slowly turning into a frown. Okay, hold on. Your snout does not turn into a frown. A frown manifests on your snout, or it doesn't... Your smile turns into a frown, but your... What? Alexa, take her kneecaps. What's wrong, Mom? Oh, nothing, dear. It's just that. She sighed. It just feels like yesterday that I was watching you from here and you were a few months old, throwing around your caveman ragdoll. Joanne looked at me. You're so quiet as a baby. The baby. Mom, authorize arm cannon usage. I need the missiles. To save the baby. Your baby. I nodded, knowing exactly what she was talking about. Because I'm technically a 30-year-old man, I remember everything with way too much clarity. But, now you're growing up and... She closes her eyes. I feel like I'm already running out of time with you and Louis. They're like 14! You were for like 4 years, man! That's like 25% on top. Time. I thought for a moment, and upon hearing the mention of that word, just thought of how much I was given and how much had already passed. I could relate to what Mom was going through. Mother, I crave violence. May I have some more oats, broeder? Nee, broeder voor. Oh, honey, do you want a bolt gun? Aww, Edward, Anon wants his first bolt gun. Join me, sister, in battle. Aw, he's old-fashioned. He thinks that there are no women space marines. Wait, what? Aw, look at him. He's so confused by the idea. The lore. What happened to my lore? Oh, I literally do not give a flying shit. I don't care. It's so much Watsonian bitching. The answer is simple. Ask Arthur Doyle. It fucking sells, baby! Or to be specific, they probably want to break into an audience that I don't even know if it exists. I don't know if you can... I imagine there are women out there that are like, hell yeah, baby! Da 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 da. I just can't imagine it's a market that you would want to skew and pivot this hard for. Like, what is the overlap between women that want to play Warhammer 40k and that specifically require a female character to do so? That's not a sister of battle, or a guardsman. Mother, I wish to be heavy and eat my sandwich. You know what they say? Yeah. I just want to know if his dad would be upset if he means a spy or not. I just want to know. Like, what is everyone's role here in this? At this point, we have Olivia, Nasser, Anon, and the parents. We need one more person, Fang, and then we have a full 6v6 team. Let's go pro. I thought for a moment, upon hearing the mention of it, I just thought of how much... This sentence is terrible. I thought for a moment, just thought. Like, this can work, but not with an intermission like that. Of how much I was given and how much had already passed. I mean, you literally got, like, you're not even doubling on your life. Next Dust Bowl. Isn't Dust Bowl like you want to play Demolition Man or whatever? Or whatever his name is? Demo Knight? That's his name, right? Demo Knight? You know, after Demo from Raukau. And I can relate to what Mom was going through. Things are going fast, much faster than it looked like. Yeah, because you've already experienced so much that the novelty of the situation isn't slowing things down. But even so, I give Mom a reassuring smile. Don't worry, I'll still be Anna, no matter what happens. Joanne pauses before smiling. Of course. She then reached out to pinch my scaly cheek. You'll always be my little baby boy. That's just how it works, Anna. That's just how parents work. I was hoping you would view me a little higher as just baby boy. Maybe like 4 or 5 range at least. Mom laughs at that, standing up from the couch. Standing back off what? I'm going to prepare the dinner. I pause for a moment. You know what? I'll help out. Oh, you don't have to. It's fine, Mom. I assure as I sit off the couch? You set off the couch, if anything. Hey, at least you get some perks now that I'm growing up. She smiles. Alright. She even wonders out loud. Maybe I can start teaching you some recipes that when you have to cook for yourself. Or when you're married in the future. But I don't think my heart is ready for that. Either for you or Olivia. Yeah, Anna, you should probably learn to cook if you're planning to never date anyone because it's awkward. Like, if you're 20 years old, right? And you're not going to date a 20-year-old because you'll be like, I have lived through so much. Can I do that? Queen never cry. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry, I'm not that up to date to all the latest and hippest memes. Hold on. What the hell? Why do you always do this to me? I need a hot minute because someone just shared something and I need to see it. I need to see it. No, get away. God, I love how much effort it takes for this to load. Okay, so So this is about like Cybertrucks in the cold, and I was wondering because electric vehicles struggle a lot with cold temperatures. The batteries don't like it for one. Also, the Cybertruck is made out of stainless steel, and I don't know how like not rust resistance, interacts with snow. Oh, their headlights apparently get full. Oh, that's great. That's great. That's fantastic. That's just great. Let's move on. We have a lot left to do. I smirk and I frown. It seems this is actually good. How cool. Although I'd get rid of and, I'd say I smirk and I frown. Because for him, time has passed. This is something you do when you're writing. Scary Dave is finally back. Do you have a coconut gun that fires in spurts too? Huh? It seemed a sense of anxious urgency was beginning to be felt by Nasser and Olivia as the meteor bowl approached. The two missing in action at the table today. I found them nearby, laying against the tree. Olivia's snout resting against his shoulder as I was unable to help myself from suddenly listening in. Well, Super Bowl's is coming up this Friday, Nasser reminds, trying to put an upbeat tone of excitement before dying down as Olivia peered up at him. Why the fuck is he saying this? How is this at all relevant? Like, you both know this. You've probably discussed this 20 times by now. Yeah, Olivia murmurs, the silver eye shifting forwards as she lets out a sigh against his chest. Anon, where are you standing that you are just looking at them and able to see her eyes? Or is this like being more flowery with the descriptions? I'm just saying. Gold and silver, that's what he's fucking going for. But that's not for you to decide, Anon. Have it... You know how you do this? You have Olivia draw them and she uses like one of those glitter gel pens to draw in like gold eyes and silver eyes, and that's, oh, you're gold and silver. And he just makes that their nicknames, and now you have a cute fucking character detail that it's actually interesting to listen to, and you might have used the rest of that scene to develop something else. I don't fucking know. Yeah. Like, let's not forget that Anon is just a fucking bystander to all this in a way. Like, nothing Anon does really matters in the end. He's a supportive character to the actual protagonist at this point. Because his emo, his drama, his angst isn't even all that interesting or relevant or gets addressed or anything is really done with it. We just had a moment, I guess. But this premise is underserving itself. I'm revitalized to write Anon gets reborn as a fucking burb. Why are people showing me this? That's straight up a booba. People are posting boobas at me. How am I supposed to do anything? I'm posting an unsatisfied sticker at him so that he knows. He needs to know. I hope Scary Dave can find some links, though. He's got to be good for something. Nasser paused for a few moments. Again, I have a huge problem with how much this guy insists on telling us how many pauses people make. Like, I mentioned peering, and I mentioned the whole snout thing, but characters in this pause a lot. There is a lot of stage instruction that is not relevant to the writing. The words failed to come out of his snout for a moment before he seems to think of something else. That is what's happening, Anon. You don't have to fucking describe that. Draw anything cool today? What do you think? Olivia asked. How are we not even 20% into this? Holy shit, this chapter is just nothing. What do you think? Olivia asked, managing to give a weak smirk as she opened her notebook. Okay, listen. Fuck this. Fuck this. Hold on. I'm figuring out how long is this chapter compared to the other one. What the fuck is this chapter? 1? Why am I chapter 1 when I click? I like how the first chapter is like nice and short and snappy, and then everything else is this massive lore dump that goes nowhere. Okay, so in this case we have 41,000 characters. No, lines. Summary. About 7,000 words, with about 37,000 characters. This feels way longer than any prior chapter, and this is after I condensed it by doing the little cheat code. 53,000 length lines. Well, no, it's 1,000 lines. Safi, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Yeah, this is way longer. We're at like 9,000 words. Ouch. I just want to write right now. I just want to finish off Ranger in the Fog and call it a day. Who knew that the thing that killed my desire to write is also the thing that brought it back? With a righteous vengeance. You know, there's something I want to talk about that actually got my attention. Hold on. I recently picked up... I picked up a bunch of RPGs. Apocalypse Keys, which is kind of neat. It's about the angst that SCPs can feel as the world is ending and they're supposed to help people. There's Slug Blaster, which is just fucking... Yeah! And there's then there's Yeld. What's the full name again? The Magical Land of Yeld. In which, when your character dies, you just hang out as a ghost so that you don't sit around the table like a fucking clown. You know, Doylean logic. Instead of the Watsonian realism. And for some reason, a big part of this game is that you turn into a goat. You can turn into a goat, and that's what happens. What I was thinking about was... What was I thinking about again? Safi, you're really getting demented, aren't you? Yeah. Like, I really don't know how to explain this, but, like... You can turn into a goat. And that's like the polymorph thing. But goats get special spells for some reason. Also, dogs can talk. But also other animals. I don't know. It's a setting that just... Put up my little fists. I love this. I love this. But what was I thinking about? And I love that it's all like, you know, you turn back when the adventure's over. I forgot what I was... I legitimately forgot. I'm afraid that I'm... Oh, no, I remember. So, one of the legendary magical disasters, aka you backfired your spell 3 times. Number 7, which is like the most likely outcome of rolling 2d6, is gender change. And the best part is, the end says, only apply this effect if you actually want to go through with it. It's the effect that's supposed to happen when shit goes bad, and it's like, it's fine. We've come a long way from the girdle of Gygax is a misogynist. Because of course all of the characters were women, and of course women had different stats, and they were not better stats. Go be a bard now. No, bards didn't exist like that back then. I just think it's hilarious. That... The best part that I don't get is, like, you gain knowledge about boys, girls, and non-binary people. And the part that fucks me up is, like, you magically change into them, and now you know more? Why don't you just have this from the start of the game? What a weird magical catastrophe. Admittedly, some of the other effects are also quite hilarious. Including the fact that both the basic and the major version are like, you turn into a goat! God damn it. Whoever made this is a fucking goat furry. I know it. I'm gonna interrogate him about this. Are you a goat furry? Because the talking dog's fine. It's a cute magical realm, no one gives a shit. There's animal tribes. What is it about the goats? Why can't the goats talk to anyone? Alright, enough of that. What do you think? Olivia asked. Managed to give a weak smirk as she opened the notebook. Nasa chuckling. Is that Warden? Mm-hmm. What the hell is he fighting? The vending machine, Olivia explained. His soda got stuck. Nasa laughs. No, I wish I saw that in person. Oh, that's what she's drawing. Holy shit. Technically, Torio was supposed to be a dragon, I've been told. However, I have to agree that Torio Pilt is probably the explanation. don't say no to Goat Mom. You get a pie out of the deal, man. But be smart, or you'll get a snail pie. Go for the butterscotch. Also, for a guy who is explicit about so many things, I was thinking for a moment that she was talking about something that was happening in reality. Even though everything is set up for that to make sense. Jesus, Seth, I'm demented now. I'm a dementor, in the sense that I'm demented, and it's spreading ever so slowly. And what's that one? It was gotta be the meteor ball, but... The silence told all that Olivia, as Olivia shook her head. I wish I had more time. You draw entire sketches in minutes, Olivia. You have enough time. Nasa paused. Me too, Olivia. He stared forward. Oh, he's not peering forward for once? Jesus. We're growing. We're learning. We're spreading our wings. When I first came to school, I didn't think much of it. If anything, it was rough for me at first, being so far away from everything. But after meeting Beakleek and you... The pterodactyl held her tightly. Good wing protectively draped over Olivia like a blanket. Again, you can't just steal that from Fang. Stop stealing Fang's shtick. I had an amazing time here. No matter what happened, I always remember that. Olivia paused. All we did was hang out and go to the mall, she chuckled, smiling as she closed her eyes, singing for his embrace. Dude, you've got low standards. They both laughed as I turned tail to leave, pondering as time passed. What the fuck was that, Anna? You just spied on your sister. Have some confidence in people. It's like the writer wanted to make this scene, but doesn't want to escape Anon's POV, despite Anon doing jack fucking shit. Just leave him behind already. Let us see Olivia's lovey-dovey thoughts. Let us see the chemistry within those mind cells, within those brain cells. Like, never mind. Thursday night, I'd actually done most of the cooking, which was a surprise to myself that my lamb casserole with mashed potatoes came out well. Potato? To be fair, I kind of cheated with the potatoes using a packet of instant mash. You're 14! But my casserole was all me with an online recipe. That's right. I knew where the lamb sauce was. That's a nice sassy line. And the rest of the family seemed to take note of that fact, Olivia's eyes widening as she tasted the food I made. This is really good. Yeah. Dad agreed, blinking behind his glasses. What recipe did you use? I smirk with my arms crossed, snout turned downward, before just giving up and letting me... Actually, I followed the recipe that Mom gave me. Didn't you follow an online recipe? Your mom gave you an online recipe? Dude, what a shit mom. But it was made by you, Anon. I feel a disturbance in the world kitchen. She lifted a spoon to try some before looking shocked. Did you add something, Anon? Well, I confessed. I also kind of looked at this guide online, so I added a bit of bacon and onions, as well as a few spices to get the sauce a bit more cooked while it was simmering. I felt a tinge of nervousness about it. Do you like it? Why can't you just suck ass? Anon, you've never cooked! Why are you good at it? Like, I can understand if someone who has some basic cooking competence tries something new and it works out, but I feel that Anon would fuck this shit up. Like, he wouldn't even know how to make onions, okay? Anon doesn't know how to cook. He couldn't make onions. He hasn't made food for himself in 3 decades. I wanted to be Mom having pity with him. Because it's cute. Because it fucking fits the scene. He's a kid trying something new and she wants to encourage him, so she's like, it's fine. Come on. Have Anon have something going on for fucking once. Oh, I love it, dear. Mom said with a smile before pausing, murmured to himself, I did nothing. How the fuck are you outdoing your mom? I mean, I don't know if it's explained she's at all a good cook or anything, but I always got the impression she was like a decent mom. And my mom was a decent mom, and she knew how to cook. Better than I did. Sure as all told my brother to stop putting chocolate on meat. Although I've been informed that it is a good combination. By him. The rest of our dinner was eaten with brief exchanges of conversation, finishing all of what was on the table. Dad and Olivia helped put away the dishes. You just put them away? Clean them! Clean the dishes! As I began to head upstairs, reaching my room to open my door. I went to my room to open my door and then I left. That's how this reads. You reached your door and opened the door. Reaching my room to open the door implies that his entire reason for going upstairs was to open his door and just fuck off. It puts emphasis and direction on the wrong places. You know, it's like shadow and shading in an art piece. The mind's eye is directed a certain way. The meteor is coming to the Anungus household. It's from Grom Gramsci. You know, I love Grom Gramsci as a Gordon Ramsay stand-in. That's great. He shouts at the planet, "It's raw!" as he burns it up to a crisp. And then he flies away in tiny bits of debris, each of them saying, "Well done." Grom Ramsay, how dare you like it well done? And he says, "It's because those stupid scalies don't appreciate well done meat. They all want it raw." Or the ghosts won't be able to escape. Anna's just letting the monsters out of the room before he goes to bed. Only to pause upon hearing Olivia sneak up behind me. Psst, Anna. I turn to see you having just reached the top of the stairs. Yeah, I ask. What's up? Silently, she moves past me, opening the door to her room before gesturing me to follow. I oblige, entering as she turned on the lights, moving to her bed and stooping down to quickly grab something from underneath. Oh boy. It must have been a super secret if she was retrieving it from below there, turning around to show up a rolled up piece of paper. Does the Buddha spirit fist and blow... The raw salmon. Give me that salmon. Give me that fat rat hot dog. And no, it is not a hot dog made of rat. It is a hot dog upon which a rat sits. You're supposed to talk to him and have a fun conversation. Gosh, I can't believe people get that one wrong all the time. I was going to give it to Nasa before he leaves. She explains, holding it close to me. I want you to tell me if it looks weird, or if it's weird to give this to someone you like. I shrug. Alright, show me. Why are you being so fucking dismissive, Anna? Weren't you trying to be there for her? Shouldn't you, like, smile and be supportive, or pat her shoulder, or lean in, or show some fucking interest, instead of shrugging, going, well, alright, I guess I'll give a look. Fuck you! You're not living up to your own standards, asshole. Olivia nodded, unrolling the paper to reveal the artwork. And I was stunned. It was drawn with mostly warm colors. The yellow-orange background of a warm summer's day, with the general shape of our school track. The center focus was the back of a figure, more abstract than her usual works, but none the more clear on who it was meant to be with the orange race stripes and grey shapes. Yes, the point of a fat rat hot dog is to make him boggle, and to get the what's it called, bruxing, when they skitter their teeth. Nasa. Anon, for fuck's sake, you are not beating the allegations if you're, like, dreamily staring at the artwork going, ah, Nasser. I need to find something, by the way, because I need to get some help with something, because I'm noticing that my chair is, like, I'm worried that my chair is going to fall apart at some point. I'm not even sure how it would fall apart. Where did the screw even come from at this point? Yeah, it came from here. Ah, the other two are still there. But I don't have a torque screw for it, so... Yet the most attention was clearly put into his wings. One large and detailed with subtle motion lasted the implementation speed. And the other one... Holy shit! It was NASA's atrophied wing. But not so much anymore. Beautiful flowers growing from the scars. Like wildflowers from the cracks of the sidewalk of Vocaldera Bluffs, forming into a fully fledged wingspan of vegetation. Sorry to tell you, Olivia, but this isn't very realistic. He's not a plant hybrid. And through it all, one could make out the traces of a smiling snout and a single golden eye peering through the colors. Far within the corner, two small words. Fly far. Shouldn't that be between quotation marks? It was unlike any drawing she had done before, Olivia having captured something incredibly special and one of a kind. What? Own soul, put into depicting someone important to her.